So hello everyone, welcome to another video on graph theory. Uh, we were doing this topic called matching, right? So related to this topic, we are going to look at another topic today. It is called factorization. So factors of a graph. So before I begin talking about what is factorization, I want to talk about this thing called spanning subgraph. Right? We already talked about what is spanning subgraph, but let us revise. Let us try to remind ourselves what spanning subgraphs are. So you will have some sort of a graph. Okay, say this is the graph that I have. Now a subgraph out of this graph that I can make by deleting edges. Okay, but then in my subgraph, okay, in my original graph I had this edge. Now I don't have this edge. This is a spanning subgraph. Why is this a spanning subgraph? Because all of the original vertices are there. Now let me delete this edge as well as this edge. Now I have another subgraph, right? This subgraph contains these four vertices that were there originally. Now these four vertices are still there. This is also a spanning subgraph. So basically in a spanning subgraph, it is a subgraph that we create out of some graph. All the original vertices of the original graph should be there in my this spanning subgraph. Okay. So I have this four uh, this thing that we had, these four vertices that we had in the original graph, we have them. Now our graph is disconnected. That is not a problem. Okay. A spanning subgraph need not be connected. We are not talking about spanning tree. That is a different thing. We are talking about spanning subgraph. A spanning subgraph need not be connected. So here in this case we have a disconnected subgraph, but then all the original vertices are there. Okay, so simple. What is a spanning subgraph? It is a subgraph that will have all the vertices that were there originally in the original graph. Okay, with that we are ready to talk about uh, this definition of factorization. Okay, so what is a factor? A factor of a graph is a spanning subgraph. All right, so factor is a spanning subgraph. Okay, so a spanning subgraph, you take any spanning subgraph, that spanning subgraph is called a factor. Now what is a k factor? A k factor of a graph is a spanning k regular subgraph. Okay, so previously when we were talking about this spanning subgraph, we were not saying anything about the degree of these vertices. All right, so a spanning subgraph had this restriction that all the vertices that were there originally, they have to be in the subgraph. So that would give me a factor or a spanning subgraph. Now what is a k factor? A k factor has this restriction that all these vertices should have degree equal to k. So it should be a regular k regular subgraph. Okay, so a k regular subgraph means all the vertices should have degree equal to k, and then it should be spanning. That means this subgraph that we will have should have all the vertices, and then each of the vertex should have equal number of degrees, and that degree would be equal to k, in this case k factor. Then we are ready to look at this next terminology, k factorization. Okay, so if we can partition these edges of the graph, okay, into different k factors, then that graph would be k factorizable. Okay, if a k factorization will partition the S set into disjoint k factors. Okay, so say we had some graph and we can divide it into different k factors. Okay, so all this S set would be divided into different factors, and then if we union all these different factor, we will get back the original graph. In that graph, in that case, this process of dividing this graph into different subgraph, different k factors, is called k factorization. A graph that can be divided in such a way is called k factorable. Okay, so a graph that can be k factorized is called k factorable graph. Okay, so let us now look at a few examples. Okay, this graph is called the Peterson graph. Alright, so does this graph have one factor? Let us find out. If I do this, I have these 5 vertices inside, so this 5, alright, and then I have this. Sorry. Let us try to find out if this has a one factor. So this, this, this. So out of this graph, if I take this edge, this edge, this edge, this and this edge, alright, so I will be having this subgraph. Now look at this subgraph, this particular subgraph. Each of the vertex of the original graph is here, right? So this is a spanning subgraph, and now each of these vertices has degree equal to 1. So this is a regular spanning subgraph with number of degrees k is equal to 1. So this is a one factor. This is the one factor of the original graph. Alright. Now this was my Peterson graph. Let me remove these edges. Okay. Okay. Now look at this subgraph that I got by removing the edges, a few edges. Okay. In this subgraph, is it a spanning subgraph? So all the original vertices that were there in my original graph, okay, those are still here. So this is a spanning subgraph. Fine. Now is this a regular spanning subgraph? So we have already established that this is a spanning subgraph, right? So is it regular? Each of these vertex has a degree equal to 2. You can check. So this is regular. Yeah, regular with degree k equal to 2. So this is a 2 factor. Okay. So you have seen that the Peterson graph has one factor and 2 factor. Okay. Now the Peterson graph itself, I believe it is 3 factor. Okay. So it is a regular graph with degree. Each of the vertex has a degree equal to 3. Okay. So out of that Peterson graph, we got this one factor where we have all the original vertices, so it is spanning, and then each of the degree vertex has a degree equal to 1. Okay, so it's a 1 factor. Here it's a 2 factor. Now there is something I want you to realize about 1 factor. Okay, if I get a 1 factor out of the graph, what does that mean? That means that each vertex is connected to only one other vertex and all of the vertices are here. So a 1 factor of a graph is a perfect matching of the graph. So remember that a 1 factor is a perfect matching. Okay, so think about it. In a 1 factor, all the original vertices will be there and each of the vertex will have degree equal to 1. So each of the vertex will be connected to some other vertex and only to one other vertex. Okay, because degree is equal to 1 for each of the vertex. So one vertex will not be connected to two different vertices. So that is one distinct requirement of matching. Okay, and then these edges will have two different vertices, right? So we'll saturate two different vertices and all of them together will make a perfect matching. Why is it perfect? Because all the vertices are saturated. Alright, and each of the vertex has degree equal to 1. So each of the vertex is connected uniquely to one another vertex. So because of this reason, we have this 1 factor is a perfect matching. Okay, so if we get a perfect matching, that would give us a 1 factor of the graph. Okay, so fine. So this example we have seen, we have taken this Peterson graph, and Peterson graph we have we got this 1 factor and we got this 2 factor. Okay, is it 1 factor and one, is this k factorization 1 factorization? Think about it. If we do union of this and this, okay, this is my subgraph 1, this is my subgraph 2. Okay, this 1 factor and 2 factor, if I union this, I will get back the original graph. But then the k factorization definition says that it should be made up of different k factors. But it is 2 factor, it is 1 factor. So k here is equal to 2, k here is equal to 1. So k is not same across these two different subgraphs that I have, right? So for that reason, this union of these two, although it will give me back my original Peterson graph, it is not a k factorization. Alright, Peterson graph does not have a k factorization. Let us look at another graph now. Let us look at k4. Okay, I have k4. So k4 is this, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. Okay, I can do this. I can have this is the 1 factor of this k4. All the vertices are here, so it is spanning, and each of the vertex has a degree equal to 1. So it is regular with degree k equal to 1. So this is a 1 factor. Alright, now if I have this, this is also a 1 factor. Alright, once again for the same reason, all the vertices are there, each of the vertex has a degree equal to 1. And let me get one more 1 factor. This is one more 1 factor. Right? So this is 1 factor, all the vertices are here, so it's spanning. All of the vertices have degree k equal to 1, so it's regular k equal to 1 and spanning, so it's a k factor. So 1 factor. This is the 1 factor, this is the 1 factor, this is the 1 factor. We have 3 different 1 factors out of this k4. Alright, so this k4, we got these 3 different matchings. Okay, so all these are different matching. Previously we talked about this. A matching need not be unique. A perfect matching will be a maximal matching, and then a maximal matching need not be unique. we are looking at that with an example. We have this one graph and we got these three different matchings out of that one graph. Okay, now you should by now know what matchings are, so you should be able to realize that these are all three different matchings, right? So now look at one thing. What will happen if I union this subgraph? This of course is a S set, right? This we are defining with a S set. This H plus this H. So this is a set, S set. If I union this S set with this S set and union with this S set. So this one factor union this one factor union this one factor. Okay, what will I get? Will I get back my original graph? Observe, this union this will be this and this, union this will be this and this. So all the edges will go back, all the vertices, well of course it will go back. Okay, because all of them had the same vertices, that is all the vertices being spanning, all of these subgraphs had all the vertices, so all the vertices will go back, and then all the edges will also go back. This two from here, this two from here, and this two from here. All right, so this one factor and one factor, when I union, I get back my original graph. So this is called one factorization of this graph. All right, let us look at another one factorization. This graph is a bit difficult to draw. Not a bit difficult, it's really difficult to draw. Okay, so it will have 1, here I have 11. This graph has 20 vertices. It is called Desargas graph. Alright, 20 vertices and 30 edges. Alright. Okay, so this is called Desargas graph. Okay, don't worry too much about how to construct this graph. This graph has application in chemistry, some applications in chemistry that is of course beyond our understanding and our course. All right, so what my question is, does this graph have any this thing, one factor? Okay, we can have this if we remove, these are all vertices, all right. This numbering that I did, these are all vertices. I have 20 vertices and I have 30 edges in this graph. If I remove all this, okay, then what will happen? Okay, so I have removed this circle that I had, all right. So I have got back, I have all the original vertices, right? All the original 20 vertices that were there is in this subgraph that I got by removing these edges, all right, that I removed. So this is a spanning subgraph, all right, that we know now. Now each of these vertex has a degree equal to 1. So this is regular. So this is one k factor of the graph, all right. Now this is one k factor that I made with the solid lines. Now let me make another k factor with dash line. Alright. This is another k factor. Forget the solid lines right now. Look at only this dashed line. Alright. So this dash line joins these two, and so on. Alternatively, it joins two of these vertices. Alright. So this is what? All the vertices are in this subgraph. What is the subgraph? Ignore this solid line in the middle. Only this dashed ones. Keep in mind. Alright. So take only this dashed line, dashed edges. This will give me what? This will give me a spanning subgraph because all the vertices are taken. Alright. So this is a spanning subgraph. Is this regular? Once again, ignore the solid line. Each of the, if I take only the dash line, I will see that each of the vertex has degree equal to 1. Okay. So this is regular. So why am I taking degree equal to 1? This is 2 degrees, right? This is this dash line and this solid line. I said ignore the solid lines. Okay. If I ignore the solid line, that will give me another subgraph. It will look like this. So this 2 to 3 there will be a vertex, right? Sorry, there will be a edge. 4 to 5 there will be a edge. 6 to 7, 8 to 9. Alright. So this is a one factor. None of this vertex has two dash line, okay, dashed edges. So degree is equal to 1 for every vertex. This is also another one factor. Okay, now let me create another one factor with double edges. Okay, okay, I made some mistake. Okay, dash line should have been here, solid line would be here, then dash line would be here, solid line would be here, okay, and the dash line would be here. Okay, now this dash line, okay, double dash line, this, and so on, is giving me one more matching, right? So if you're watching this in video and you video in your mobile and you cannot differentiate, then I would suggest that you watch it on your laptop screen. That would give you a better view of what I am doing over here. All right, basically yeah, this dash line, this will give me one more matching for the same reason that we talked about before. Ignore all these solid lines in between, ignore all this dash line, this double dash line will give me another matching. So I have three one factors in here, three matchings in here. One I drew using this dash line, one I drew using using this double dash and one using this solid. Okay, this double dash, this dotted line, and then this solid line. Ignore the names that I'm saying, that this dash line, everything, dash line, solid line. This is just informally I'm saying. There is no such dashed edges or solid edges in graph theory. Okay, just for our understanding I am using these terminologies. Alright, so what did we see in here? This one subgraph that we got, okay, using these solid lines, these internal lines, okay, that was this one factor, because it was spanning, it had all the vertices, it was spanning, and then each of the vertex had degree equal to 1. So it was a regular spanning subgraph with vertex degree k equal to 1. So it was a k factor, that is one factor, k was equal to 1 in our case. So this internal line gave me a one factor, this dash line, okay, gave me a one factor, and then this double dash line gave me a one factor. So I had these three different subgraphs, these three different one factors that I got out of this Desargues graph. Alright, so those, when I combine together, I get back my original graph. This was my original graph and I get that back. Alright, so I have three different perfect matching in here, and all of those edges in this three different perfect matching, okay, these were disjoint. Number one, no edge was in two different matchings. Alright, so these were disjoint, and then when I combine all of them, when I union all of them, I get back my original graph. So this was one more one factorization that we saw. Alright, previously we saw with this K4. Now we are seeing with this Desargues graph. Now, one final example. Okay, this graph. Okay, so let us look at this graph and let us see if we can get one factor out of this. I believe I can. Yes, we can get one factor out of this. So we can get a matching. If I take this, then this, and this. Okay, this is, let me number this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is between 1 and 6, this is between 2 and 3, this is between 4 and 5. So all my vertices are here. Okay, and all of, in this subgraph that I drew, all of my vertices are here. Alright, so this is a matching, this is a perfect matching. So this is a one factor, all the vertices are there, so it is spanning, and then each of the vertex has a degree equal to 1. So this is a one factor. So this is a, we already talked about this, that a one factor is a perfect matching. So this is also a perfect matching of this graph. Alright, now let us look if it is two factorizable. Okay, I will get two subgraph out of this. One is this subgraph. Alright, another is this subgraph. Right, yeah. So I got these two subgraphs. Alright, so all these vertices in my original graph, sorry, are here in both the subgraphs, right? So both of these subgraphs are spanning. Now, what is the, are these regular? each of the vertex here has degree equal to 2. So this is a regular subgraph, okay, with each vertex having degree equal to 2. So it is spanning, it is regular with k equal to 2. So this is a 2 factor. Here also all the vertices are here, so it's spanning. All the vertices have degree equal to 2, so it's regular. This is another 2 factor. Alright. So out of this we got this different 2 factors. Now is this a matching? Think about it. This vertex, is this 2 factor a matching? This vertex is in both this edge and this edge. This vertex will be common in both these edges, right? So it's not a matching. A 2 factor, 3 factor, this would not be matching. Only 1 factor is a matching. Remember that. When I get a 1 factor out of a graph, it is a perfect matching, not just any ordinary matching. It's a perfect matching. Why perfect? Because all the vertices are there. Alright. So 1 factor would give me a perfect matching. Now, if my graph had an odd number of vertices, will I get a 1 factor? Think about it. Alright. So I have this 2 factor, I got this another 2 factor. If I union these two, okay, now what, before I union, I want to ask you one more thing. Is there any edge that is common between these two subgraphs? No, right? You can see, you can verify for yourself, there is no edge common between these two subgraphs. So these are disjoint, okay, these are disjoint k factors. Now if I union these two disjoint two factors, I will get back my original graph, right? So this graph is k factorable, that is 2 factorable. Alright, so yeah, remember this, a graph is k factorable if I can get k factors out of that graph. Alright, and this k factor will not share any edge. Alright, they will be edge disjoint. Okay, of course the vertices will be shared. All the vertices in here has to be here and has to be here, has to be in all these factors. A factor is after all a spanning graph, so all the original vertices will be there. The original vertices, all the vertices are here, all the vertices are here. The vertices are common across all these different k factors that you will have. Okay, but the edges cannot be common. Okay, if you have this one edge common between two different subgraphs, alright, two different k factors, then when you union them back, this original graph, that will not be k factorable. If you want a k factorable, then these different k factors have to be edge disjoint. Alright, that is a restriction given to us by definition. Alright, so this is factorization. Okay. So we started by talking about what is spanning subgraph, then we talked about what are called factors, then we talked about what is a k factor. Okay, so these are k factors of this graph, and then we talked about this Petersen graph. We saw that Petersen graph had 1 factor and 2 factors. Alright, but then if I union this 1 factor and 2 factor, I got back my original Petersen graph. But then the k in case of this 1 factor was equal to 1, in case of 2 factor was equal to 2. It was not equal. So although I union them back and got the original Petersen graph, it was not a k factorable graph. Okay, the thing that we did was not k factorization. Why? We did not divide into equal k. K was not equal when we got these factors. In case of one subgraph, k was equal to 1, in case of another, k was equal to 2. So for that reason, Petersen graph is not k factorable. Alright. Then we saw this Desargues graph. Alright. Desargues graph was a graph with 20 vertices and 30 edges. Then we got 3 different 1 factor out of that Desargues graph. Alright. So when I union them back, I got back my original graph. So Desargues graph was 1 factorable. Alright. Then we saw K4. Okay, complete graph with 4 vertices. That also we divided into 1 factors, 3 different 1 factors. Alright, and when I unioned all these three different one factors, I got back my original graph. And also, these three one factor that we have, no edge was common. Okay, in case of Desargas also, when I did this one factorization, we got three different one factorization, no edge was common. Okay, so when we this union back this original this different one factors, okay, we got back the original graph. So these graphs were one factorable. Then we saw this graph. This graph, we got two different two factors out of this graph. These are of course not one factor. That means these are not perfect matchings. These are not matching. We cannot say matching anymore. These are all cycles in case it is two factor. Alright. So we got this two factor out of this graph, and when I union them back, I got this original graph. So this is two factorable. Now I'm asking you one thing. Does this graph have any Hamiltonian cycle? That is my question. Does this graph have any Hamiltonian cycle? Yes, it has Hamiltonian cycle. All of these two factors are Hamiltonian cycle of this graph. Why is it Hamiltonian? Because all the original vertices are here, and in this cycle that I will have, I will not take the same edge twice. Okay, so this is a cycle. Two factors will give us Hamiltonian cycles of that graph. Okay, so if a graph has a two factor, you will know that the graph has a Hamiltonian cycle, and we don't have any good algorithm to figure that out if it has a Hamiltonian cycle. Alright, so that is a NP complete problem. So this is about factorization, a very easy topic. Alright, so I hope you understood everything in this video. If not, then of course you can go ahead and WhatsApp me, mail me, or send you write your doubt in the comment section below. Alright, thank you for watching this video. See you in the next video with this another topic called graph decomposition. Thank you.